Esports 2023 first place at MPL Indonesia Season 8 first place this last season. Now Grok pickup here. I think it was very interesting fanny ban there by Aura. They're trying to sniff out that, you know, this Fredgen is going to be
the XP.
The XP, not the jungle, which is very interesting, which makes sense as well. Knowing that they have a Natan, they need someone with a lot of physical damage, so that fanny ban makes a lot of sense. Now, with the Grok pick, they're still flexing this Fredgen all the way to the end. Aura, though, this is the question now. Against a Natan, you still want to go for front line. Usually, especially if it does get to the late game, you don't have a front line.
Yeah.
Even if you pick up a front line, you don't have a front line once the Natan is in that late stage, full items. They go for the Martis and the Terizla, so there's a bit of dive, but still, yeah, it's basically kind of still front line. The Terizla and the Ruby, they still want to play it front to back here. Let's see if it works out. They should be able to get a mid-game power spike way sooner than DEWA. Natan's going to be a bit tougher to play in that mid-game. Holy Crystal is the power spike. We'll wait for that. Now it's the decider. Do they want to go for a big physical damage carry, or do they just want to be like, all right, Natan's the raid boss. Raid boss Natan strategy.
Game's in Watt's hands then, and he has that burden to carry the game with the Natan late game, of course, going to be much of a threat coming into Aura Esports.
Paquito, I think, no?
Paquito could be picked
Kimura.
up, or maybe a Benedetta as well could be in the cards.
CC's still up for grabs.
Yeah.
Benedetta.
Benedetta. That's it.
That's the Kimura Benedetta. He performed on the Arn. Let's see what he can do on this Benedetta in the XP.
Yep.
I'm expecting full damage. Just
Match 3. Ready for game number 2. Could this be the final game? Or could Aura Esports push us to the limit? 2 game. Yeah, hits in the bullseye, and now back to the game we go. Aran and Kimura fighting up in the XP lane. Yaoi again with the proximity he has with the Ruby, so proactive, looking for the play. And so far, Case, now with the Valentina, he has the potential to just get the ultimates going. But now Gary's gonna engage in.
Yeah, 2v2 on the bottom side. Raw there. Gugun and Aran surviving with no spell popped.
Yep. Important spells they have still in their pockets. And that backup coming in from Gugun as well, trying to neutralize the harm. And the presence coming in from Gary. We have a Cage rotating the bottom side of the lane. They want to have contest. They want to have prio towards the turtle. Yaoi is just jumping into the middle of the back line.
Here, looking and waiting for level 4, but take a look at the bottom side of the
Kimura.
ground here. Kimura trying to make a play. Oh, take a look at the damage. Aran claims the first blood in this game. It's a 4v3 now in the turtle pit. Keys, Drian trying to hold on, but oh, yeah, Yaoi now will gain space. As a turtle, the first nuke will fall to the hands of Gugun.
good zoning from Aura, a good kill as well. And I was actually about to talk about the emblems, but I feel like the setup was just way better there for Aura. Seems like they are back in their zone this time around. Looking at the emblems, though, I do want to talk specifically about Drian. We've agility and wilderness blessing. That's another bonus. We didn't see that earlier, so a lot of pressure. This basically means for Drian, the difference is compared to Key. Key actually went for Brave Smite. So for Drian, it's all about helping the Valentina. He knows that Valentina right now doesn't have the best clear, especially compared to this kind of combination, the Ruby and the Vixana. Very amazing mid-prio control, mid-wave control that they have. So he's trying to equalize that with the Grok, using the Concussive Blast to help the Valentina be a bit more active around the map, clearing it so that he has a lot of tempo to play around. But even with that, Aura has been able to get the better of this duo mid of DEWA in the mid lane. So for Drian and Case, they have to be very, very careful about this kill pressure.
Well, charge there by Drian just to intimidate. Right, good power of nature as well, giving some info. Now, Aura though, they will rotate towards the top side of the map, but yeah, DEWA United will be able to anticipate that.
Yeah, defensively they used it. Gary pops up the Appraiser's Wrath, doesn't really get anything, and it's just going to zone out the players of Aura as they scramble, but they now regroup towards mid. They have this much pressure. Case is able to absorb it properly. He has Decimate as well. And I think so far Aura has been trying to sustain and maintain everything that they have currently. Skabuki, yeah, not much action happening as well. The Natan is able to get his hands as well, still in the gold. But so far it's been Kabuki with the gold lead, 400 gold advantage.
Interesting approach too, man. Yeah, usually we see either like just a full commit onto Corrosion side or full commit against to DHS, but it's actually going for the components of Corrosion side and then finishing up the DHS. I'm offended.
He is offended there. Gary though, will try to find a taunt on towards Yaoi. No clear commitment on towards a fight just yet. Both teams are just hovering over. Tom though, he's in the mid, trying to clear the mid side or mid lane. Yeah, Newt will be neglected.
Yep, it has been neglected for a while, but DEWA is still there, patrolling this neutral objective. The turtle as well, going to be pressured by Aura. Kimura from the back line though is ready to strike!
Yeah, penalty zone on towards the backside, but Yaoi now soaking damage. Gugun though will secure the Newt. Yaoi will with the trade. Take a look at the run now. In front side of the map. Oh, that's huge! He's finding the double, looking for the triple on towards the run and gets it! My goodness, the steal on towards the Marches was impeccable.
Yeah, that was beautiful. And now DEWA has the advantage that they could translate probably what is just chilling in the stop side in the gold lane. The Kabuki having to soak this pressure. Beyond the watch charge misses.
Good blazing duet here to clear the wave as well as give out damage. He finds the shutdown, a very important shutdown for Kabuki.
This is the Kabuki that we were waiting for to pop off in game number 1. It seems like, yeah, you gotta give him his comfort heroes for him to be able to make these kind of plays happen. But we have to take a look at what DEWA did. That was just really phenomenal. They were able to just layer on the few CC that Yaoi has.
Oh my good knockup. Wanda will be able to escape this time, but the turret top side will fall.
Yeah, that's good pickup for the players of Aura Esports at least. It gives them ease of space and pressure now exerted towards the top lane. As Gugun up in the mid lane, they're trying to group up early to execute the fights. They know DEWA United is going to be strong in a few aspects of the lanes. So far, it's going to be a run always trying to zone out, trying to push up. And Yaoi so far, he's just roaming, shadowing the carries. And Kabuki is just given so much freedom to farm up his items. And what? That's a good pickoff. So, fortunately, in that final fight, he didn't really die. So he's still able to kind of just collect his gold, build up his items, and of course, the game factor.
Okay, last time we saw Natan appear in MPL Indonesia was 371 days ago, precisely during MPL Indonesia Season 11, Week 3, Day 2, when used by Nino of Alter Ego against Aura. Okay, so now it's being used by Watt against Aura, resulting in a victory for Aura with a score of 2-0. So it did not work against Aura. We'll see how they utilize this Natan here in this game. Carry!
Oh, the steal! Goodness! Yep, that's the first hurdle for the side of DEWA United. Good terrify onto the end. The penalty zone. Oh no, the power charge was huge. Gary taken out and it is all over. Kabuki finding a kill as well as DEWA United now. They will not be able to defend their mid tower. Aura, they have recovered.
Yeah, the initial initiation coming in from DEWA looks promising, but that Appraiser's Wrath was just not enough as Aura is able to tone down the threat, the pressure as well. So Aura come out victors in that fight. They have the gold advantage now, 2.5k, 2.6 even now. As Kabuki is still given so much freedom, not much punishment going to this gold laner of Aura Esports. They have activated the side lanes to come pushing. They have their items coming in as well soon. So yeah, it's very, very much dandy for Aura Esports now.
The fact that DEWA was going even early, I was about to say before the second turtle was secured or was won out by DEWA. The turtle was won by Aura, but the fight was won by DEWA, is the fact that, Yaoi wants to go in.
Goodness, the setup, man. It's nasty, it's disgusting. And Kimura, he was just left in the dark there. No info whatsoever, and that is another trade for Aura.
Yeah, the Benedetta hasn't really, you know, can't really feel the impact so far with the side lane push coming in, but it's going to be Watt dishing out the damage. He is that silent beast that is slowly going to awaken as long as the game is able to be stretched out further by DEWA United. Especially that late game Nathan could be very, very dangerous for Aura Esports. So they really want to protect their carries. They really want to try to close it out as soon as possible. But Rihanna's just hiding in the brush. trying to sneak out something. Yehezkiel as well, shielding himself from the dangers.
Yeah, what I was saying again before Aura interrupted me was the fact that DEWA, all they needed to do really is equalize on the other side of the board and get the Tan free farm. And that's kind of what they are doing now, but it's not as effective as you would expect from the first early minutes, because Aura have been forcing a lot of good fights on DEWA with their AoE and their earlier mid-game power spike, like we mentioned in the draft. So if Aura can continue building this snowball, Drian actually failed to reset that Lord. This might just be a full commitment. Yawi!
Oh, I'm offended. On towards Gary. Oh, take a look at that as well. Internal guard will find Gary. Oh, no retreat for out of DEWA United, but take a look at Kimura looking to hack and slash and finds Gogun.
What?
Let's see the Lord. It's a free-for-all. Now he gets taken out, but the Lord will be taken by the Kage. Kaze, the backside will be taken out by Kabuki. He finds a double, but there you go. It's a bang, bang, bang. 3 members taken out by both respective teams, as Watts will be the 4th.
He was dishing so much damage and that Wind of Nature as well ready in the hands of Watt, so he was able to survive that along, and he was just wreaking havoc behind as Kimura was just diving in, giving space for Watt to chip in the damage. Aura, it was a shaky start, but at least they were able to take down Watt in the closing stages.
Oh man, very early with the Nature 2 forward and Natan, you can see there. Usually, we do see after the Fifth of Heaven, Natan's go for Holy Crystal, but because the team is behind, he has to go for that Wind of Nature, and it did actually help him in that team fight to survive a bit longer. It still lacks the damage to go through these frontliners like you would expect a Natan to do. Meanwhile, again, for the Claude, earlier power spike, already with a Magic Blade as well. He should be going for the Malefic Roar here. I think, for him, defensive items, not really the main goal. He could just go for Rose Gold too, to be fair, right now, to try to withstand the damage even more from Kaze and Watt, which is primarily the damage that threatens him when he dives into the back. I still think, despite the Lord being taken by DEWA, it's still better for Aura. But in the bigger, when we look at the bigger picture, it's actually more worth it for DEWA, because they do buy a bit more time with that Lord Steal, with that team fight, to get Watt going. And remember, like we said earlier in the draft, as long as Watt gets to that late game, Aura Fire's frontline will not be frontlining.
Yeah, they'll be shredded down, especially with Watt in that late game. It's going to be very, very much crucial for him to be able to dish out the damage. He's going to carry that burden towards the late game if Aura does fail to close out the game early. Kimura now is able to push out the split side lanes.
A quick shout out as well, by the way, in that team fight, Lord Pit, very well played by Gugun, used the third part of his Mortal Coil to actually cancel the Decimate from Kaze. So if he didn't do that, I think it would have been a win for DEWA. That Decimate would have been resetted, and then he would have been able to get a bit more with that ultimate. Good cancel by Gugun, little things like that. He did get killed in the end. He was super low. I think in the end it was the Benedetta who got him down. And for the rest of Aura as well, they've been playing really well. Kabuki, after that abysmal performance in game number 1, the Claude pick, that's why they first picked it. They know he's comfortable on it, and they know if you give Kabuki a comfort pick, he will perform.
Yeah, he has to be in this comfortable positions, comfortable heroes as well for him to really excel and probably survive as long as possible. But so far, Aura now slowing the tempo. They're just trying to set up the slow pushes coming in. But, the slow pushes are always going to be countered by Kimura, always hovering and showing herself in the side lanes. But Kabuki was chip of damage. That's a lot of damage.
It's not just chip, man.
He almost got slaughtered, bro.
That's burst.
Gunned down.
A lot of damage.
Yeah.
This is the same experience that Aran had last game against Watt. He's just never able to walk up against the Claude. Yeah. So it's the same story. It's always going to be a slow push in the bottom lane because Kimura can't really deal with the dual 1v1, and Yaoi's using this. I'm offended. Oh, Gary dodges.
Good deflection there by Carry. Drian, though, on the other side. Charge misses as well. The front side, his kill. Now petrified. Kimura looking for a kill.
Kabuki
in the front side of the map as well. Aran soaking damage. Now Watt will escape, but Yehezkiel will be the first one to fall as well as Aran. Drian loses immortality, but take a look at Kabuki with the blazing duet, dealing Winner's Truncheon to save the day, but Kaze will not fall just yet. Yaoi isolated as Kimura is there to secure the kill. It's a 3v2 for DEWA United.
Kimura slices them down. Watt was still able to survive that long. The Blazing Duet from Kabuki almost turned everything around, but I think that's kind of like an even trade, but DEWA come out with the advantage as well, losing 2, but getting 3.
That was phenomenal by Watt. The Wind of Nature saved him and gave him the opportunity to look for that team fighting Natan play to just hit, and hit.
Yep.
Watt was free hitting for almost the entire fight. He was only zoned away a bit by the Blazing Duet, but once he popped that Wind of Nature, he was basically a turret, just that was free hitting entirely in that fight. And Aura, this is where it's getting very concerning. That was a fight where Drian made a fatal mistake, by the way.
Yeah.
That was a fight that should not have gone DEWA's way. Drian whiffed his ultimate. That was one of the biggest whiffs. That was like the Rossi Grok whiff back in Season 11. And they still won the team fight. The Natan is gonna be insane, man. They have to deal with him. They need to find some way. They need to find an angle to attack where the Natan will be zoned out at least.
Yeah, DEWA was fighting without their main initiation tool, which was the wild charge. They even missed, but they were able to come out as the victors in that fight. So Aura, they need to press the panic button now, and that panic button might be this Lord that they want to shred down. They want to take this, but Gary and Rian is on the proximity, so they don't want to let it slip. But Yaoi's caught in his rock and hard place.
Careful, Yaoi. Now taunted. Oh, knocked up as well as Watt secures the kill. That's not a good sign. If you're an Aura fan, a 5v4 pre-Lord.
Yeah, Yaoi's gone. They don't have the... I'm offended, of course. Without that initiation, it could be very, very tricky for Aura to come close to the fight. Kabuki, though, steps forward.
3-man knockup, penalty zone misses as well. Take a look here, Dewa. They want to re-engage. Gugun, quite low. Gary, so damage. Kimura finds an angle. Petrify as well, looking for Kabuki. He finds it again. He claims the Mega. And now Dewa United, they want march onwards. Gugun, next target with the flicker as Gary calmly secure the Lord.
Oh man, the frontliners are no longer frontlining. Natan, full item. Say goodbye to the frontliners HP every time you're out of position. Just the slightest mistake and you will lose your life. This is the danger of the Natan in the late game, man. That's why for DEWA in the early game, all they had to do was really stay equal, the rest of the team, and let Watt keep farming. The man is farmed up. I want to see the items now. I have to look back to see his items. For DEWA, let's take a look. Watt, already full items, man. Complete. Starlium Scythe, Feather of Heaven. We have the Holy Crystal. He even sold his boots. I don't know what he's going to buy now. Let's see what he's going to buy. But he also has the Divine Claim on top of it. This guy has
full item looming.
He sold his boots, by the way. I'm still waiting for what he wants to buy.
Yeah, that's...
Maybe Blood Wings for a bit more... Yeah, there you go. He did.
Yeah, Blood Wings for this Nathan that is just crazily full of damage. The Lord now marching into the base of Aura Esports. They are probably going to fumble all the lead that they have. 2.7k gold lead goes to DEWA now, as they have the entirety of the base control.
Oh, good. Eternal Guard around now, looking for an initiation. Well, Baser in the mid lane will fall. Take a look at Kimura again, looking for an opening. Aura, they are holding on their last base here in the bottom lane, but DEWA United wins a trade.
Yeah, they're able to hold on. Popped up the Eternal Guard as well to counter the Lord. Thankfully enough, though, for Watt, he was still safe. Nothing going very much, dangerously for DEWA United, but damage dealt still. Kabuki up there with Watt following behind. This Claude is also going to spell trouble for DEWA United if enabled to really get that Blazing Duet and then come out with the BMI. So all of this is just going to be down to the wire for both teams.
Man, for Aura, it's really tough. I've been trying to utilize the time earlier of all the fights during your portions, realizing, Gani, to think about how Aura can actually come back from this. And again, when we look at their composition, I don't really see anyone who can really go for like a crazy flank. I guess Yaoi could, but he still needs follow-up, right? Yeah. Blazing Duet, sure, Wind of Nature already. There's already answers for like these kind of flanks for the Blazing Duet, the dive, etc. That's why you can see the real-time victory rate here. AI prediction presented by Samsung Galaxy, heavily favoring DEWA United to end this game. 2 base turrets down 2, so now it's even worse for Aura because DEWA can play the long game, and they are happy to play the long game. They are in the comfort zone already. Their Natan is full build, and at this point, they've scaled to a point where it's going to be really tough. Kabuki and the rest of Aura will have to try to bait out that Wind of Nature. That's step one. And then step two is to find another angle to dive. After already diving, to get the Wind of Nature.
Yeah. They still have Kabuki online though, so
And
that
even
could
then,
be the Hail
Watt could just
Mary.
sell his item
Yeah,
and go
no,
Immortality.
They're
That's true.
banking on Watt's position. If
Making a mistake.
He mispositioned Aura, and Aura needs to capitalize if Watt's mispositioned himself.
Yep, Kabuki tries to really deal damage towards Trion, down to half HP. But so far, they still have the tools to really just catch Watt, maybe mispositions, number one, mistakes, number two. But then again, you have the pull, you have the guard, you have everything that you need to really take him down. But Watt is just way too safe right now.
I like how Aura are playing right now. You can see that Aran and Gugun are just always walking up, but they're never revealing Yaoi. Yaoi is better playing like this, hidden. Because as long as he is hidden, Watt will not walk up. Watt will need to walk up together with Kaze, together with Grok. So you'll be seeing right now how Yaoi will be posturing, how Yaoi will be rotating around the map. He will stay out of the vision pocket as much as possible so that it'll always be lingering on DEWA's mind, mostly Watt, on where this guy is going to be. Because this guy has the potential to pick him off, right? He's always doing his entropies. Look at him. He's very paranoid right now. I guess that's one of the ways that they can actually look for Watt, but again, this is the reason the Valentina and even the Fredgen was picked up. Two of the best peeling heroes for a marksman like Natan.
Yep, that peel is always going to be ready for Gary with the Fredden as well. But the Lord Dance and Zeus, they're going to be a huge fight soon, I think.
Kimura, final blow. Defensively.
You see
Lord,
Yaoi.
18k HP. And counting. Oh, Flicker.
Oh,
Penalties
no,
on Alter
no.
as well. But take a look at the knockup. It was huge for DEWA. And now Gugun finds the Lord Kabuki. Blazing the weather backside. Helps Gugun, secures the kill.
What?
Now Watt finds a kill. Kabuki loses immortality and he's left as well as Kimura finds the unstoppable. That's a 2-for-1. And 3 players will go down for over than 40.
Yeah, Watt was there again, dealing the damage. Kabuki, final blow is down. They are going for the end soon.
Is this endable? They need to clear that
It
mid
is.
lane. Let's
wings.
say top side jumps in as well.
Entropy.
DEWA United. Oh my God! What? The attack speed is too much, brother. And let's see, DEWA United looking for the end. Gugun taken
my
out.
God.
Watt finds the double. The base wide open, and the gods, they are eating dragon meat tonight.
My God, that was just meat shredding job coming in from Watt. He was there penetrating, he was there slicing.